G'day everyone, welcome back to Adelshoven. We're here in October. It's just gone 6:40 in the morning, and we have the cultivator that we leased last time on the back. You'll recall at the end of the last episode we decided after we bought our field that we'd keep the cultivator and take a couple of cultivating contracts. They're on field 15 and 16, which is just up here, so just heading up to get going on the first of those, which will be field 15, and then I hope field 15 is just here, so we need to get that sorted out. We need the income. We're sitting on 2,158. I sold a little bit of our produce at the at our market stall. Moved that first thing, but the contract that's on field 12, where are we here? Oops, I've come too far up the hill. The contract that's on field 12 is a large one. So field 12 is a big field, and it requires fertilizing. So it'll pay $24,000, which is fantastic. That's why we grabbed it. But we're going to need some liquid fertilizer. Now we've only got 800. You'll notice I've got the front tank on. I put that on with every intention of solving for the liquid fertilizer, solving for the fertilizing contract first, only to discover that we only had 800 litres, which is not going to be anywhere near enough. I'm guessing we need at least one tank, one full IBC of liquid fertilizer. So that's going to be $3,200. We're probably going to need two. And so the question becomes, how do we generate $3,200? So the first way to get there is by completing this contract. So that's why we're up early and going, because if we can get the money in for this one, then we'll be in a position to buy the fertilizer that we need to do field 12. So that's pretty much the plan of attack as the sun comes up over our valley here in Adelshoven. Be nice if I stayed a little bit closer to the edge, wouldn't it? So thankfully these fields they're a good size, but they're not too big, so we'll whip through here and see if we can get some more liquid fertilizer. Now the other thing we wanted to do, of course, we got our grass field in, which is great. We were looking at the production, so we've got a little bit of barley, we've got a little bit of sorghum, and our potato production, we've obviously got some potatoes. We know it makes pig food as a surplus product. We can also make pig food directly if we were to find or get our hands on some soybeans. And we don't need a lot. So one of the other thoughts was to have a look and see the last of the harvest contracts might start to appear, and if we're able to let's press the correct key. If we're able to get our hands on one of those, maybe we can pick up a little surplus soybean and make some pig food and use that small field beside our yard And the same way we've got sheep, a few sheep there, put a small pen in for pigs and run those, and it won't be a huge money making concern, but we'll sort of try and size it to use the pig food we can produce and take it from there. So that's something to think about. Once we manage to get a little bit of cash, we'll need enough money to put the pig pen in and buy a couple of pigs. So I'm sort of thinking maybe we'll get out of that for sort of 20,000. And I know at their peak, pigs are worth 1,250 odd after 2 years if you fatten them up. So we'll see how we go. I don't think they're an enormous money maker, but they're better than nothing. So that's a plan, but the first order of business is we've got to get these contracts sorted so that we can get our fertilizer. I'll see you shortly when I've gotten a little bit further with this one. So we've just clicked through 90% up to 92%. One of the things I've really noticed with this field compared to last time when we did our own field, that our Massey here being right on the limit of the minimum, or just under the minimum requirement for this cultivator, has to work its gears quite a bit harder to maintain a speed, and we lose a little bit of top speed, kilometre an hour as a result. But it does, because I run on the automatic gearbox for simplicity, keep diving backwards and forwards through the ranges. So that's just a little bit interesting. The other thing I'm keeping an eye on, we're at 11.5 hours on this tractor, and because it's, remember, we've leased most of our equipment, when we pop through the end of the hour, we will get hit with another hourly usage charge, which is fine. That's part of the deal for not having had to pay up front for the tractor. But that, of course, if we're not careful, will eliminate the dollars that we need to buy this fertilizer. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that, although we're going to finish this contract just here, so that's good. We can go up the hill, I think. Let's go and accept that contract. So that one's finished. So where does that take us to? 35.42. So I think what that means, we really need to finish this contract as well, I suspect. But that'll put us in that catch-22 with the tractor hours. So I think what we'll do is I'll run the headland here, and then, even though it'll cost us a few dollars, I'll put this on a worker while we run around to the shop and get at least one, well, we'll get one container of liquid fertilizer. and then we'll just have to evaluate where that leaves us. I think either we end up coming back here to finish this contract, because I think we're going to go into overdraft here, and I'm pretty sure we don't have any more produce back at the yard we can sell just at the moment, although we could sell the wool at a horrible price. So we're just going to have to manage that as it goes, I think. It's just the challenge from the situation that we've created. But having the contracts now means we need to work them because we're coming into a period where we need those savings stored up. So where did I get to over here? I can't remember whether I've cut the headland on this end or not now. I think I did. Yes, I did. So you can run across there, love. And we'll go back to our yard. What have we got here? What is the produce situation? So we do have some wool. We've got some onions. They're only worth a few $100s. We do have these, and we've got some premium potatoes. So if we get stuck, we've got a couple of things we can sell to get us out of the bind, but I think we'll go and get some liquid fertilizer first. Just up here and organize ourselves some liquid fertilizer. Liquid fertilizer 3,200, so we'll buy that. And let's have a look at the contract situation. So we're doing that cultivating contract. We've got that fertilizing contract. We're not going to worry about the baling. That little cultivating contract's no interest to us. Now we do have a bunch of harvesting contracts here. What's this? That one's sugar beets. They're very labor intensive. Sunflowers. Corn. Well, here's some soybeans. That one's kind of interesting. I think we will borrow the equipment for that contract. While it's sitting there, I'm sort of cautious to pass things by. Sunflowers, no. There's another little... I think we should accept that, seeing as we got the other equipment. What's 26? That's sunflowers. 21. Let's just accept that. Sunflowers, sugar beet. So that gives us a little, and also gives us a way, if we get stuck, to get out of the bind we might get into. But meanwhile, let's have a look at the map where these contracts that we've just taken are. So 21 is, just next to our field. So that's nice and convenient here. We can run through. So let's get ourselves organized. Would help if I put the header on the correct way round. Never mind. Pop you over here. If I thought longer than a second about it, I should have brought the Nuffelstuck with me and we could have picked up that. Oops. We could have picked up that mower set. Which one? Oh, goodness. That's the one I want. Drop you on the back there. Will do fine. Let's duck back to our man over here and finish you off on this contract. So as we come to the end of this contract requirements on this field, the farmer's got us at 95%, so one more strip down will get the job done. The problem that we potentially will have is that this run down the field might kick us over to the next usage hour. As you'll see, we're at 11.9, so I will stop at the end of the run, because it'd be quite handy to not go negative money at this point. If we do, we'll deal with it. We're at 98%. We will get $2,000 or $2,300 for this contract, so that'll help us out. So there we go, the contract's complete to the farmer's satisfaction. And let's fold you up. Let's head down to the road. Because we do need you back at the yard. But if we go and accept the contract, complete the contract. Cultivating completed, $2,300. Okay, so we're in the positives. We can also return this cultivator because I don't think we're going to require it any further. Maybe we'll hang on to it just in case something interesting comes up from a cultivating standpoint once all those sugar beet contracts are complete. There might be another money opportunity there rather than the thing we've paid for today already. A bit like last time. We're making money, so let's keep working at it. Let's just drop you off here for the second. And you can put the sprayer on, ready for the fertilizing, and then we'll go and move the harvesters round and get them started, or get it started on that soybean crop on the smaller field. The fact that we got the big truck should be a big help. So there's the truck. We'll let you lead the convoy. So right control F. Following 25 meters behind ought to be fine. I didn't get a worker. I still didn't get a worker. Why is that not? Oh, there. No, that's me in there. Right control F. Why is that not giving me follow? That's really interesting. No, still not. That's better. No. That's really interesting. It won't follow. So I've not encountered that before. Usually when that happens... There we go. Just took a while longer to register. You've definitely got to press it until you get the big type, or the larger type. You're going to come out of there. Yes. So we're all set up here. Let's, we're unfolded. Let's turn our header on and put it down. We'll go around anti-clockwise just because we've got a pretty big tank here and this is not a large field. And I think it'll be easier. And that way there's no risk of snagging anything. I don't believe we'll need to do an empty on the first run round. And in fact, the advantage of having this very nice bent ideal is, of course, that we can get this field done pretty quick. Such a wide header. And that may then just give us the funds we need to get the extra fertilizer, and we can get going on the lucrative fertilizing field while the worker that's about getting the soybeans off field 18. So all in all, we're progressing well. %, so we'll go very close to getting this whole field in the harvester. The advantage of having the big truck is it makes these sorts of things much easier. So we're a quarter of the way through the field now. So one empty into the truck. And then the rest of the field will fit in the harvester would be my guess. Let's pop our pipe out. We can unload as we go past. And then we won't need to stop again. That's coming along very nicely. I'll see you in a minute when I've finished this one off. Just picking up the last of this field. So, such good equipment, it hasn't taken us long at all. And we're just coming up to lunchtime on the day clock. And what I think we'll be able to do is send the truck off to the unload point while we drive the harvest around, the combine round to the field. At least that's the plan. But yeah, that's that job done. Now I wonder where we're taking this load. It's empty, so we can fold you up. And the contract off field 21 is going to the handle up the top. So I think the truck should be able to deliver to there. We set him pointing in the right direction and ask you to go to load and deliver. We want to deliver at land handle somewhere. There we go. Loading position is there. We don't want you, no looping. Start job. So you should run off. Meanwhile, we can pop you back on your trailer. Let's see, can we find a... Give it the gun. Just cut in here a section. Oops, I didn't. One field 18, yes, there we go. That's better. Oh, we ended up. We didn't get the surplus because it auto emptied. So we got $900. Well, that solves our fertilizer problem, at least for the minute. What we're going to do here, though, I think, is put you on course play. And that will work fine. This way, have a look. 12 meters, 1 tool. Let's go with 2 headlands. Clockwise. No bypass. Generate the course. That looks pretty good. We can start you off. And you are away nicely. So that's excellent. let's go get the truck. We can go and collect on field 21 now that we've completed that. And go back and get our extra fertilizer, and then we're all set to deliver on that fertilizer contract. A fertilizing contract on field 12. So whilst we need to finish the soybeans today, we can get everything set up to start that fertilizing, seeing that we found a way around financing it. Now, I don't know if the harvester will get all the way around. We'll go and check on it, see how it's progressing. I think he will. So he'll call us when he's ready. If we collect that contract, then we can go ahead and buy some extra liquid fertilizer. Just fit you on there, hopefully. Lovely. Just like I bought one. As my father would have said. I'm tipping that far. Harvester won't be far away from needing an empty. We should just get the truck back in time. And if in fact we can get the tractor to follow us up to the field, we can get started on that fertilizing, which might give us a chance to get it all sorted. Well, that harvester does need an unload. Here comes our man up here. So we'll top off his tanks from the ute. That's the front tank full. And that is the back tank near enough to full. So if we hop on here, I've not done fertilizing on course play, but I'm keen to give it a go. Let's create a job. Oops, try that one. CP field work, and we want field position to be here, pointing, and whoops, target position to be here, pointing that way. Let's go back up. Work width is 28. That's correct. Number of headlands. Let's do 2 headlands. Start work on the headlands. Smooth corners clockwise. 4% overlap should be plenty. What do you end up with? Pretty easy course. And it wants to go in that. What can that be? Which way are you going? You're going in that direction. All right. First waypoint. And we just popped out of money. Because we just clicked over the hour on this vehicle. That's a little bit annoying, but never mind. That's how it works. So you can turn off because you can't go anyway, and let's go and empty. So we need a truck over here. Almost completed the first lap. Let's try and stay off the crop, shall we? Just touch the corner. Turning, get round. Oh, caught it with the mirror. There we go. So we'll manually finish harvesting this field, which I don't mind because I am enjoying driving this harvester. It shouldn't take too long. And then we'll be able to finish this contract and potentially next time do the fertilizing, seeing as we're all set up there. This is a bit of fun. We've got our first full truckload. It turns out that the delivery point is our potato production, which is fine because we won't get any, we don't receive the crop, but when we tip the last lot, unlike the last harvest contract, that's 2/3 done there. Any excess will go straight in to our production, which is actually the result that we want. So that'll work out quite well. It means we don't have to worry about stopping the tip at the exact amount. As we come to the end of the field, just one little patch here. We'll swing around and tidy it up. Oops. Just a little bit I missed on the turn. this triangle here, I think. So only 1,000 litres to take out of here to put back in the trailer. And then we can take the truck up and empty it out, and that will be a day, and a good productive one at that. So put the pipe in. Hold the harvester. And I'll see you back up at the tip point. We've arrived back at our production here, just backing the load in to unload. And we'll find out how much we've been left with. Just squeaks in there nicely. That's the contract complete. And if we have a look in our potato production down here, we'll find that we've ended up with 6,000 litres of soybeans, which was a nice bonus. So once we put the barley in, we'll be able to start making pig food. But right now, it's been a long day. We've done a bunch of good things. We can complete and collect on this contract. So that takes our financial balance back into the positive, which is where we want it to be. We've got a few potatoes and some pig food for next time, a little bit of produce to sell in the next game day. So I think at that point, we're going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're continue to make progress, and I'll see you next time. See ya.